everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review episode 5 of Juni Taisen, Zodiac War. So we pick up where we left off with Best Buddy Boy and Monkey Girl and Rat Guy and the corpse all facing off. Rat Guy goes after the corpse, or the corpse really goes after Rat Guy, or whatever. But meanwhile, the Monkey Girl, she starts trying to talk to Best Boy Usagi, but he's not having any of it, and he just starts fighting her. Alrighty then, meanwhile with Rat Guy, he keeps getting hunted down by the, I think it's the snake one. I think the dragon one's the one that's alive, but I can't remember. But yeah, he keeps getting hunted by it, and it hunts by, like, kind of sensing, like, the ground, like, the vibrations of everything. We learned that, like, way later, but I'm like, okay, cool. But the main focus of this episode is the sheep guy, the old guy, who used to participate in a Juni Taisen that was in space. Okay, and he won it, by, I guess, escaping in a pod and then just blowing them up. But we also see a little bit of his past and everything, and I wholeheartedly expected him to die in this episode, but he didn't. So I was like, okay. But yeah, so we got a lot of his past, and his wish was, I guess, to see his grandson alive, you know, and he got to spend time and all this stuff. And the grandson was supposed to go in the Juni Taisen, but he took his place because he's like, you know, I don't want that to happen to him. So he's like, and I'm like, alright, cool. But thing is that he's coming up with this plan, and I don't see it working out because the characters he's talking about are dead. I'm like, well, Boar's dead, and he said he wants to try doing an alliance or something, and I'm like, you can't do that, because what he did is he didn't really ingest the jewel. He did not swallow it. He actually still has it, so he wants to use that as kind of a bait kind of thing to get them to join his team and everything so he can betray them. And I'm just like, yeah, but let's see, Boar's dead, the dog guy's dead, your plan doesn't seem like it'll work out. But then later he started talking about how he might join up with the tiger, and we actually got to see her. We haven't seen her pretty much since the beginning, and she's just getting drunk off her ass. So yeah, that's what she's been doing this entire time. She's just laying on a bench in a park. And I'm just like, well then, you're not as interesting as I thought you'd be. I really wanted her to be interesting. I'm just like, come on. I wanted the tiger girl to be interesting, but she's not. And I'm like, dang, she's just a drunkard. But maybe we'll get her past next episode. Why is she a drunkard? You know, why is she the way she is? I don't know. But yeah, so also Ox, he did not, at first I thought he'd let the horse guy go, because the way, like, we got to see the horse guy, the guy who represents the horse, he was kind of injured and everything. Well, I thought, oh, maybe Ox let him go. No, he just escaped through a giant hole, so that's how he escaped that. And I'm like, oh, okay, because we didn't know if he was alive or dead. Now we know. He's fine for now, but also, Monkey Girl gets to face off against a bunch of dead birds, so that was a thing. I thought she was also gonna die. I'm like, wow. Come to think of it, did anyone die in this episode? No, I think they're all alive still. Except we don't know about Ox, because he did have an explosion in his face from the sheep, but I'm pretty sure he's still alive. There's no way that killed him. Also, in the beginning of the episode, we got to see, like, the guy who is whatever, the guy who, everybody clap your hands, that guy. He's talking to a bunch of, like, virtual people who are all watching the Juni Taisen, and they're all gonna bet, like, when there's, like, less than half people alive for whatever reason. I'm like, okay, so they're gonna bet on who they think's gonna win. That's cool, I guess. I don't really know why you're gonna do that, but yeah, so that was interesting that they actually, you know, people sitting there watching and, like, betting, like, oh, I want this one to win, you know, whatever. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. But, yeah, this episode was interesting as a whole because nobody died. Yeah, and it just kind of ended with the old guy, like, seeing Tiger Chick, and then it just kind of ended. And I'm like, well, alright then. That episode happened. It was alright. So, what did you guys think of this episode? What do you think's gonna happen next? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!